Welcome to another edition of Smalltalk for You. This morning I wanted to take a little bit further look into GLORP for VA. And what we're going to do is create a descriptor so that we can talk to the database and create tables, and then later on be able to query from those tables and get results. So to get started, what you want to do is take and create a new application, set these prerequisites so that you can actually see all the appropriate things in GLORP. And then what you want to do is declare a new class called emp system, or whatever you want to call it. I've just declared that emp, and I've got a class called emp. So I've got a class with two instance variables, and then I'm going to declare a system, a subclass of descriptor system. And what you want to do is declare all of these methods. These are the templates you have to follow. All table names, and you list all the tables that are associated with this system, in this case just one. Class model for emp, and notice the capitalization of the last bit where you describe the attributes that are associated. So I have first name and last name. Construct all classes, and this one you have to call super and then add the emp class, so this tells it what classes are associated. The descriptor for emp, and again, follow the naming convention, lowercase emp, it has to match the class name. And here's where you're mapping from Smalltalk to the database. So what you're telling it is, I have something called first name mapped over to first underscore name, and it's a direct mapping, so it's telling it, assume that if you find a column called first underscore name, we have a method called first name. We can follow standard Smalltalk conventions for setters and getters and put data in or take data out. And finally, table for emp, where you create the fields and tell them what they are. So in this case, just two varchar 50s. No primary keys. I'm keeping this very, very basic. I will have all of this source code in the post for this so that you can copy it out. But this is kind of the template you have to follow. Once you've done all of that, so you've defined your class and you've defined your system, subclass again of descriptor system, what you can do is go over here, and I will grab my workspace, and I've already logged in, so I'm going to create a new session. And here I'm going to create a GLORP session. I'm going to give it the employee system for the platform, and then I'm going to grab the accessor and latch that onto the session, so I'm going to execute that. And now I'm going to turn SQL logging on so that I can see what's going on in the transcript. And now finally I'm going to create a table. I'm going to tell the session I'm in a transaction, and within the transaction I'm going to go to all the tables that are part of this system, and I'm going to tell each one to create itself. So access or create table. That's all there is to creating the table, so let's go ahead and execute that. Now you didn't see any visible feedback. If we go to the transcript, we can see what we've done. I've done this before, so I've created a table called emp with this, no data in it, so I'm not putting anything in, and I've committed the transaction. Just to show you that something actually happened, let's go ahead to SQL Plus, and I will log in with the default system manager password, and we'll do select star from emp. And you see that there are no rows. It's actually there's just nothing in it. So we've now successfully created a table from Smalltalk using GLORP. And again, the important part is getting all of these little moving pieces set up in your descriptor class where you have to do all of these things. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with whatever Smalltalk you're using.